What's the most number of matches you've had in one tournament? 7.
And I've done, I don't know how many tournaments I've done.
So you don't know how many tournaments you've done. Most matches you've had in a day is 7.
Yeah.
Andy comes in, his first tournament. How many?
Andy comes in, does 9 matches
for his first tournament, just to see if he likes it.
Just to see if he likes it. Our guest on episode 8, Andy Pham.
From the north, Vietnamese, now residing and living in Saigon. He trains here.
Yeah, absolutely. He trains with us. Thankfully, he's very good, very technical. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for about 4 years, or maybe a little bit longer. He started just before the pandemic, and he's got not only interesting experience with his first competition, but interesting perspective on the growth of grappling and jiu-jitsu here in Vietnam.
And he touches on Vietnamese traditional martial arts as well, so we get to hear about that.
Yeah, it was really cool because he got to kind of shine some light on the traditional Vietnamese wrestling, and that I'm really excited about, and it makes me want to participate or at least observe in live or in real life even more.
Yeah, maybe we can invite you to some kind of open mat, and then it'll actually just be a super fight like last time.
I know, Joy.
You never know what you're going to get into.
You never know what's going to happen here in Vietnam.
Especially on the Saigon Saga.
That's right.
Welcome to the Saigon Saga, where we cover combat sports and have fun doing it. This week, we're joined by Andy Pham.
Yeah, this is a nightmare, is being in anyone's close guard.
This is a nightmare because last competition I compete in D7. I compete the gi, no gi, and absolute both. In gi is quite a long time I no practice, so I just come and compete. Oh, I cannot move anything. Oh, I can feel project. Yeah, I feel I don't have any power to do anything with the opponent. So I die.
So you had that was very impressive. You had 9 matches.
Yeah, true.
That day, and it was your first competition. Is that correct?
True. This is the first time I compete.
What was that like? I mean, I don't know anyone who's done 9 matches in one day.
Yeah. I just think I don't know why I choose compete in gi, but I just think about my technique is still can do the gi compete, but I had no cardio about competing gi.
Yeah, it's a different kind of endurance. Like you need to condition to compete in the gi.
True. But I try and I have the silver. I try a lot, but I try my best. But if I don't compete in gi, maybe I get the gold medal in no gi. After compete gi and then compete no gi, I had too tired. Yes, so I lost in the last match with the Russian guy.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where the guy was from? Like, is he training in Ho Chi Minh or from somewhere else?
In Nha Trang.
In Nha Trang, okay.
Mm. How did you feel before the first match of the day? Like, what were you feeling?
I just feel never. I just feel like you come to another club to roll with another people. So I never stress about compete. Yeah.
So it's just like another role.
Yeah.
At practice.
Yes.
Yeah, just with another. And people are watching.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get a medal.
Yes, that's right. I never stressful about compete. I don't know why. It's because when I was kid, I practiced a lot of martial arts in Vietnam, so I compete a lot. So I don't feel any stress about when I compete because I just hang out with, I just chilling with compete. Just fun, and this competition is good way to make friend with another club. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now I visit to Da Nang, visit to Nha Trang. They are always welcome me.
Yeah, you already know the people. Yeah, awesome. So you said you've already trained martial arts as a kid. What did you start with?
Some style of Vietnamese traditional ones martial arts, and when I a student of university, I practice some Wing Chun stuff.
Okay. So
You know Wing Chun?
Yeah, Wing Chun.
But Wing Chun is good for hand fighting. You know, hand fighting is very good. Now some technique I can use Wing Chun to BJJ with skull. I can quite good hand fighting.
Yeah, for sure. So the traditional Vietnamese martial art, is this more striking or grappling?
More striking.
More striking.
And using some knife.
Okay,
Yeah.
some weapons.
Yeah, some weapon.
And recently I've seen some Vietnamese martial arts that's more grappling based. It looks like wrestling. Are you familiar with this? Can you tell us more about this?
This one, I had no idea about traditional, about wrestling Vietnam's. But every Happy New Year's, Lunar New Year's, Vietnamese always organize wrestling Vietnamese. Yeah. You can see many people famous people like Đào Hồng Sơn. Yeah. He's do a lot of compete in vật cổ truyền wrestling Vietnam.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking you, because I have just seen him all over social media. And it looks quite exciting.
My hometown is very famous about the old wrestling Vietnam, but I never I had no idea about this. I never connect with another people practice this one.
Okay.
Where's your hometown?
Bắc Ninh province.
Bắc Ninh.
In
In the north.
very near, very close to Hanoi.
Yes.
And very famous about old wrestling Vietnamese. Yeah.
Very good.
But I never practiced before. Just some sport in province has famous and many people come and practice old wrestling Vietnam.
If Adam and I went to Bắc Ninh, do you think that they would let us wrestle?
No.
They would?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because in Bắc Ninh has a university of martial arts and sport. So many good people come to train at university about that.
Okay.
And then like Đào Hồng Sơn, like Cấn Văn Thắng, so many people, famous people, Vietnamese sport people.
So-
studying.
So they will go train there during university?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, do they continue like to pursue wrestling or a different sport altogether?
Yeah,
Or
different sport. This university is that's loser sport. Yeah, in Bắc Ninh.
so it doesn't matter what they're going to train; they will all compete in wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should have you out there, get you on the mat.
Is this sport, like, how many universities compete
I
in this?
just think in North and in the South Vietnam, just two university most focus on the sport. One's in Bắc Ninh and one in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah.
So is there...
If you want to teaching sport in Vietnam or teaching in the university or any high school, you need to study in Bắc Ninh province, this university sport in Bắc Ninh. and you can have a degree to teaching on in Vietnam.
Okay.
To teach this sport
Yeah.
of wrestling.
Wrestling and many sport in there in
Oh, wow.
martial art. Yeah.
So you said there's one university in Bac-Ninh, and then there's one in
Ho Chi Minh City.
City. Is there like an annual competition between the two universities?
I think Bắc-Ninh is the best.
Yeah, they win every year.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why it's called. The people in the north of Vietnam is quite aggressive.
Mm.
They are always practicing so fucking good. Even don't have many good coach,
Yeah.
many good technique coach.
Mm.
Don't have, but he tried to do just basic technique, but again and again about more than 1,000. So his technique is very good. Pop, 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 pop.
Wow.
Yeah, what do they say? It's not the man who has practiced 1,000 kicks.
Yeah, true.
I would love to see. I would love to watch one of these live.
New Year's.
Yeah,
Next
New
year.
Oh, good chance. Lunar New
And in
Year's
the main
and,
event.
because I had some in the video has many foreigner people requested to compete in old school wrestling of Vietnam. It's very fun.
Okay.
Is that possible here in Ho Chi Minh?
And just
You have to go to the north?
around north in Hanoi.
You're going to have to make the trip.
Yeah.
We are making the trip. But in what time of year is best?
Lunar New Year's.
We gotta wait
After,
another
yeah.
year.
Yeah,
You
true.
have to wait another year,
Yeah,
right?
True.
Well, the weather would be nice and cool, right?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
Good for you, and maybe you become super famous more than
We'll
us.
see. Well, the wrestling, like local, unique wrestling cultures, is super cool to me.
Yes.
Yeah, so interesting that they're only unique to like northern Vietnam. It's so cool.
So, Andy, let's get back to this tournament. So you had 9 matches in one day.
Yes.
And this is your first time competing.
True.
Okay, so first you competed in the gi, then afterwards in, in no gi.
True.
Do you want to talk us, like, after you won a couple matches, how are you feeling?
Oh, after a couple of matches, I feel because I never try to practice cardio and condition. I don't prepare good condition about compete, but I try my best. I just try my best and just enjoy it, enjoy the match, and enjoy with some opponent give me some some big challenge.
So after each of the matches, are you feeling quite fatigued? And are you able to recover before the next one? Or were you just tired and you were just tired for the rest of the day?
I rest about 2 days, then come back to training again. But after match, I recover just about 10 minutes. About I don't know exactly, but when they call me and I come. Call me.
Call his name, and he will come.
But after how many matches were you like, oh man, I'm just dead? Was that after 4 matches? Was that after 5 matches?
Nah, I think 8 matches I feel die.
Yeah.
And the last one, the last match I feel cannot do anything. And the guy, big Russian guy, he bring me to come to a turtle and he's choked me easily.
Oh wow.
Because I had no power to defend anymore. Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, you already had it's hard to have a Russian guy for your 9th match of the day. That's got to be tough.
But before I compete with him, another match before, I go with him easily.
In the same day?
Yeah, in the same day.
So you already beat him?
Yeah, already.
In gi or no gi?
No gi. Okay, but the same division.
Oh, okay.
But absolute I have lost, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
The same guy.
That's a busy day. So after competing, did it make you think differently about how you're training? Like, did it change the way you're approaching training?
If I want to more seriously to compete another competition, I must train a lot of conditioning. Yeah, and makes my cardio get better. Jack is very good, guys. I see you, your cardio is never see you feel frustrated. Very strong.
Thank you.
I just
I see him tired all the time.
Yeah, my weakness about just cardio. I think
that's the only thing I have. I don't have technique like the rest of you guys. I only have cardio. So what was it that I think we, like, all of us have a unique story as to why we got into martial arts, why we got into grappling, why we got into wrestling. I have my own story. How did you get into jiu-jitsu? Was it a person? Was something happened in your life? Or what was it?
Before I practiced BJJs, I seen a lot of UFCs fighting, and I see they are good wrestler and very good fighting in the ground. So I just thinking about what kind of martial art are there. So I searched in the internet about what kind of sport, good sport in the UFC must be like wrestling, boxing, and BJJ. So I try to find out some club about BJJ. Yeah. So I just do like this and come and enjoy.
Oh, very good. And who was your first BJJ instructor?
Pham.
Pham. Very good. Wow. And how long ago was that?
About 4 years. I think 4 years later. 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Before the COVID time. I first training in Gisdeo and train with him. And Pham with me is quite close.
Okay.
At this time.
I can imagine. Like, what does it mean training with a Vietnamese black belt? Because there are not so many. It's like, what does that mean to you?
I think I don't mind about black belt or another belt, but who give me is good techniques at this time for me is better for me. No need to black belt or brown belt. I never mind about this.
So you take advice from Zach? I know the belt doesn't matter, but like, if you want good techniques, you have to look elsewhere.
I know.
And recently, like now that you've been training more in the no-gi scene, has your game evolved from what you were initially doing?
Oh, my game is I follow Corey in no-gi's first time, so I try to learn from him a lot of his game, and he sent me a lot of video of the guy the same game like Lakeland guys, Australia guys.
Yeah.
I love him, love his technique. Lakeland's very good technique. I think it's suitable for me for this game.
What's
guard game and try to attack the leg, leg lock.
What's one unique thing that you experience going to Corey's class?
You can Corey class. What do you mean?
Just training with Corey. What's it like having Corey as a coach, going to his class?
Is it different training with Corey than anywhere else you've trained? Or you go to visit another gym, how is it different than training with Corey? And do you prefer that?
I just talk about, I don't care about who is a partner with me and who is teaching me. But Corey is bring me, give me a lot of thing, give me a lot of knowledge. So I very precious about Corey. So I love training with him, and I think Corey is best to me. Yeah.
Yeah, he really.
He can understand every person needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he can just look at a grappler and understand what they need.
True.
And it's in literally every position.
Yeah, true.
You know, every time I go to Corey's class, I just leave with, I feel like I've gained 3 months of experience in just 2 hours.
That's why I practice about nearly 10 months, but I go anywhere, any clubs around in Vietnam. I think I'm quite good when I compete with another people.
Yeah, for sure. Like
I can feel.
every time I visit a different club here, there's always a lot of good guys, a lot of good Vietnamese guys, and I'm wondering where they're coming from, but they seem to be everywhere.
So you just started jiu-jitsu right before COVID. You must have seen a lot of change, you know, in the last 4 years. You know, what's that been like? How has the grappling community? How has it changed from when you started and where it is now?
Now, Vietnamese boom, boom is BJJ's communities. Yeah. You can see so many clubs around in Ho Chi Minh City and in Hanoi also. So I think many Vietnamese now try to learn the different things of grappling and wrestling and another martial art. But you try to join BJJ because easy to practice first. With the old man, with the young man, can practice. But some wrestling class is very hard to old man. And plus, Lion Championship bring the MMA to Vietnam, so easy to marketing about, famous about the people, to understand, to know about BJJ. And this one is good key to boom the BJJ communities in Vietnam.
So the Lion Championship kind of accelerates the grappling because people are starting to understand. Would you say that, hey, if I'm going to be a good fighter, I'm going to need jiu-jitsu as well. I'm going to need to be a good grappler.
True.
Right? And this is a nation of primarily strikers, traditionally, correct?
To me, the first time I seen the BJJ's competition, I can understand what they do, and just how like this. But I can figure out what they do. So feel quite not so. Maybe I don't like. But now when I enjoy the community and I know the technique and I love to see the film of competing in BJJ.
Yeah, it's a tough sport to watch grappling. It's a sport that's almost designed for the fans who are also athletes. It's tough to really start to understand what is going on if you don't understand the nuance, if you don't understand the details. and to the new practitioner or just somebody who's watching on TV, it's quite difficult to see.
What are you mentioned like the growth of jiu-jitsu and grappling and the role of Lion Championship. Who are some Vietnamese grapplers or fighters that you look up to?
To me, I like the Vietnamese guy named Thanh in Da Nang.
Okay.
Thanh is a very good guy, and he's very famous about very strong also. I think he's the best Vietnamese guy now in BJJ. He competed in judo and champion BJJ just 1 year.
Wow.
National champion. Times.
Wow. And in which gym does he?
Reno Glacier.
Oh,
Yeah, Da Nang.
very
In Da
good.
Nang. Yeah. And he's very kind. Whenever I go to Da Nang, I train with him and train in his club, and always welcome me. And after training, we are going to drink and talk a lot. So even his wife Minh, very famous in Vietnam, black belt. His wife, black belt, very good. Thanh is, I think, is the best guy in Vietnam.
Wow, fantastic. Does he ever make it down here to Saigon?
Yes, I think so. But he always compete in SEA Games or some national and international also. If you have a chance, come to Da Nang,
Of
so we'll come
course.
here.
Yes.
He's always welcome new people.
Very good.
He's very strong also.
Can you talk a little bit about the balance between work culture, Vietnamese drinking culture, and your ability to show up to training? Because I don't have the same obligations that the Vietnamese locals do. How do you keep up with all of it?
It depends on a person. But I personality is I need to balance with my work, with my family, and my training. So I just training at the noon time because in the morning I need to work. Then noon time I training. After training I come to work a little bit and go back to take care of my kid. Yeah, just easy to me to balance this because my wife she always she good wife, so let me do anything. Even I go to drink with my friend and he never complain. Yeah, I think it depends on some person. But to me, it's quite easy to balance in the life.
It's easier because you have a good wife that supports a winner. You know. What did your wife say after you had those 9 matches in one day? What did she say about that?
He's already posted in the Facebook, very proud of me. But quite a long time, she never put anything about me in the Facebook.
Oh, really?
After married, I don't.
And did she post it on Facebook with a beard or
Yeah,
with a beard?
of course.
When I started training with him, I would always look at the photo after training and be like, "Who is this guy?" There was no one there with a beard today, and eventually I figured out it was him.
Julius, I love the beer. I hope I have a beer like you.
A couple more years, and we'll see what happens.
Are you going to bring it back?
What about you, Zach? Growing out the beard for the winter?
I don't think so.
Swimsuit season.
Why? You should.
No, I don't really. It's not very thick, you know. I like baby face, you know.
Keep him looking young.
Jeff,
Trust.
how old are you now?
This year I'll be 54. No, I'm just kidding.
Master's what?
No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, this year I will be 39.
Ah,
Yep. So I didn't really.
wow.
I started wrestling when I was like 15,
Wow.
and then did it until college, and then so I really started wrestling late, and I started jiu-jitsu late as well. I didn't start jiu-jitsu consistently until since 2020.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
But just because it had been 20 years before,
Understand.
wrestling never leaves you.
Yeah, understand.
It's
understand.
always here.
I see.
The wrestler never leaves.
Mm.
So, thankfully, I had wrestling.
Yes.
I don't know how you guys do it with coming in jiu-jitsu.
Do you know how I
not
do
being
it?
a
Is
wrestler.
I don't show up to Raymond's class.
You should show up to Raymond's class. Raymond's class is a multiplier. Literally, you go to Raymond's class, everything is easy.
I'm getting beat up enough.
I love wrestling, but I can feel my body is not so good to wrestling. Maybe you need to give me some practice, some lesson of practice to bring to my good base or good.
Yeah, just come to practice.
Right? He's balancing a work. He's balancing his family. You can only come at noon.
These are challenges. These are challenges I've never experienced. Honestly. I only have to take care of myself and have a hard time doing that.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe soon you'll be a family man.
Maybe it's time for that.
Yeah.
Maybe it is time for that.
So, do you think you will married with Vietnamese girl?
I think I could do that.
Should be.
You just got a new motorbike, so
Wow.
the prospects are high.
I got a new
Wow.
motorbike, so maybe I'm a little more attractive. Maybe I have some
Cool.
more options. Cool. So, I really, in all seriousness, I do see Vietnam as my home. I really do, more than any other country, to include the United States. I really do believe that. And, I was in Thailand for the last week, just came back yesterday. I was 8 days. Man, the feeling I have when I land in Saigon. I'm just like, thank God I am back home here in Saigon, man.